Innovate. Accelerate. Move technology forward. The startup revolution is now.
Welcome everyone, I'm Jojo Gumino Okul, co-founder of Agribot Ventures and the Director of Programs and Learning Development at BEECALL TBI, a Kubo community partner. Today, we'll be bringing you speakers that will share how Naga City leads countryside development for startups. During this event, we'll be highlighting the available support for startups from our local government, the Naga City business community, and the local startup community here in Naga City. You'll also get a chance to hear from several of the startups supported by BEECALL TBI in partnership with DICT's ICT Industry Development Bureau through the Digital Startup Development and Acceleration Program, or DSDAP. We've got an exciting lineup of speakers for you, and we're looking forward to showing you Naga City's thrust towards a progressive and vibrant startup ecosystem. So sit back, relax, and get ready for our keynote speaker. He's the 9th local chief executive of the city of Naga, Camarines Sur, in the Bicol region of the Philippines. As the newly re-elected mayor of Naga City, Attorney Nelson S. Legacion vows to bring closer to the people the city government of Naga and to create a more enabling and more empowering environment for the Nagaños. Captured in his administration slogan, reliable, dependable, caring, his leadership directions focus on making Naga a self-reliant and caring city. Attorney Legacion's career as a public servant began in July of 2001, when he was appointed as a city legal officer by the late former Naga mayor and interior secretary, Jesse Robredo. As counsel of the people, he successfully prosecuted expropriation cases that resulted in the distribution of residential lots to urban poor beneficiaries. For his accomplishments and love for Naga, Legacion was elected by the Nagaños to 2 consecutive terms in the city council, where he pushed for legislation that helped uplift the socioeconomic status of the destitute and underprivileged. Mayor Legacion's leadership is characterized by using innovation at the forefront of his governance. More recently, during his term as mayor, the city ordinance number 2021-057, or the Naga City Digital Innovation and Startup Ordinance, was passed to promote the importance of initiatives to support and activate startups outside Metro Manila that are based in Naga City. Due to Mayor Legacion's leadership, the proactive commitment of the LGU officials in the city, and Naga City's naturally competitive startup ecosystem, Naga City ranked 4th in the national ranking and 20th in Southeast Asia in the recent Startup Ecosystem Global Index ranking of Startup Link. Through his initiatives, the city has been hailed as the overall most competitive component city in the Philippines for 2 consecutive years, besting 112 other component cities in the 2021 and 2022 DTI Cities and Municipalities Competitiveness Index. And through this same index, Naga ranked 1st in the innovation pillar. Furthermore, Naga was also ranked number 1 in infrastructure provision, 2nd in economic dynamism, and 3rd in both government efficiency and resiliency. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our keynote speaker, the Honorable Mayor of Naga City, Attorney Nelson S. Legacion.
Welcome to an maugmang lugar, Naga City. There are so many reasons that make Naga truly an maugmang lugar, which is a Bicolano term for a happy place. Strong devotion, resilient community, and good governance are just a few of the reasons why we radiate joy. We strive to stay true to being a reliable, dependable, and caring partner, so you can make our city your destination of choice. Naga City, which is centrally located in Bicol, is the heart of Bicol, being the regional center of finance, trade, commerce, education, religion, and culture, with a land area and population equivalent to only 0.5% and 2.9% of regional total respectively. We account for more than 21% of Bicol investments. With our economy growing steadily at 6.5% annually since the 1990s, Naga is one of the fastest growing economies in the country today. Since 1988, we have built a reputation for being a model of good local governance founded on the core elements of transparency, accountability, and participation. We are home to Jesse M. Robredo's servant leadership that pioneered the Citizens Charter, People's Council, and iGovernance program, among others. For 2 consecutive years, this year and in 2021, Naga has been hailed as the overall most competitive component city in the Philippines, besting 112 other cities. We have likewise been a consistent top performer with 5 overall wins since the index began in 2013. Key cities all over the world are working hard to boost their startup ecosystem and encourage a culture of digital innovation among their citizens. A robust digital economy has now become a cornerstone for economic growth and productivity. The talents and potential revenues that digital startups bring can drive new business developments and job creation. In order to develop the startup ecosystem, extensive support and promotion coupled with strong collaboration among key players, specifically government, business, and other non-government groups, and the academe are needed. Naga envisions itself as an innovative city with a flourishing ecosystem for startups. As one of the pioneer cities that institutionalized a digital innovation and startup development program, we have already laid the foundation to allow startups and startup enablers to thrive and succeed. The city's commitment to drive innovation can be traced back to as early as 2007 with the establishment of the Naga City Creative Media Center. The city's brainchild technology incubation facility produced several outstanding and pioneering firms such as Noika, a mobile app development firm that has introduced Hungrily, Community Mart, and Tindahang Tapat. XTSoft, a security software firm serving the French market, and Media Farm Incorporated, an animation and e-learning company doing work for Philippine and international firms. Today, in collaboration with existing startups and enablers, we are pouring a lot more effort in building the startup industry in the city. This is anchored on the Naga City Startup Ecosystem Strategic Plan, a multi-sectoral and multi-component development initiative that focuses on talent development, community awareness, digital presence, strengthening organizations of startups and enablers, incubation, which includes facilities and programs, funding, and incentives. This initiative was developed in collaboration with the ICT, DTI, DOST, QBO, our local academic institutions, and the private sector. We began by institutionalizing our Startup Development Program through Ordinances 2020-016, known as the Naga City Digital Innovation Hub Ordinance, and 2021-057, known as the Naga City Digital Innovation and Startup Ordinance. Through these ordinances, we are committed to provide startups and enablers the needed marketing support, funding, facilities, equipment, mentorship, incubation, and network. We established the Digital Innovation Hub in 2019 to provide a place not only for incubating innovation, but also as a venue for creating a strong startup community, a place where innovators can explore possibilities of cooperation and synergy. We have set up the Naga City Digital Innovation Fund, the first ever funding facility for startups by a local government unit. Startups, through pitching sessions, can avail of financial support in the form of grants, loans, or investments. We also launched the Idea to Startup program. This provides funding support so that students working on their college senior or capstone projects can develop prototypes that have the potential of becoming startup products. In 2020, we also organized Blast Off, the very first LGU-run digital startup pitching challenge for launch and growth stage startups. Since then, Blast Off has become a rolling program where startups can pitch and get funding through the Digital Innovation Fund, facilities and equipment through DIH, and partnerships, linkaging, and matching opportunities with other government agencies and local businesses. Our commitment to startup ecosystem development has put Naga in Startup Blink's global list of 2020 top 1,000 startup cities. We are ranked 4th out of the 5 Philippine cities that made it to the list. We also got the 20th spot for Southeast Asia. Naga was also recently hailed as the most competitive component city in innovation, one of the pillars in this year's Cities and Municipalities Competitiveness Index. These are testaments to our city's hard work in promoting technology and cultivating culture of innovation in government, in the private sector, and among our individual citizens. We still have a long way to go in fulfilling our visions of Naga City as one of the Asia's startup destinations. But as long as we have change makers and dreamers who never stop making this world a little better each day, we know that we're headed in the right direction. We hope that you will consider Naga as your second home where you can build and grow your own startup.
Thank you for providing us more information on the government support provided by the Naga City LGU. We hope that other regions in the Philippines will follow Naga City's lead in proactively supporting startups on the LGU level. BEECALL TBI is excited to continue to work with Naga City government officials to help promote and support our local startups. Naga is a thriving city for local commerce. Now that we've heard from the government sector, let's move on to the local business sector of the city. Our next speaker is the 5th president of the Naga College Foundation. President Mario C. Villanueva is the eldest among the 3rd generation of the Villanueva family. He's the eldest grandson of the school's founder, Dr. Melchor T. Villanueva. He also served as a member of the Naga College Foundation Board of Trustees prior to his selection as president. He has a master's degree in business administration from the Philippine Christian University and a Bachelor of Science degree in electrical engineering from Mapua Institute of Manila. And he was a consistent honor student. He has offshore top management work experiences from Hong Kong, China, Indonesia, and the US of A, mostly in startups. And he has a track record of turning distressed companies into profitable businesses through his strong leadership skills and effective communication across ranks and cultures. Press Mario currently sits as the 20th president of the Metro Naga Chamber of Commerce and Industry, where his leadership focuses on helping in the recovery of the industries most hit by the global pandemic: education, tourism, and technology. Through his leadership this past October 2022, MNCCI was awarded the most outstanding chamber in South Luzon at the city-based level during the 48th Philippine Business Conference and Expo. Press Mario is also a current president of the Metro Naga Tourism Council and the chairman of the board of directors of BEECALL TBI. I'm excited to introduce to you our next speaker, President Mario C. Villanueva.
Diyos na marahay na aga sa inyong gabos. That is good day to everyone in Bicol. Thank you for having me in this event, this Philippine Startup Week 2022. Indeed, this fourth run of the Philippine Startup Week is very timely, especially after the pandemic. The pandemic has changed the landscape of business. The past 2 years that we encountered our lockdowns, vaccination programs, and all other things that we have to encounter where it disrupted our business. But there's one big benefit for this pandemic. The acceleration of the use of technology came very fast because of this pandemic. It bridged us on how to survive this pandemic, and it's also technology that has brought a quick cure or start, or for us to be able to restart our business in a span of 2 years. We in the countryside, especially the Metro Naga Chamber of Commerce, which is based in Naga City, and in partnership with the local government unit of Naga, especially the collaboration that we have with the government officials, especially Mayor Nelson Legacion and his group of executives that are into technology. They gave us full support in accelerating, looking for talents, for startups or technology individuals that we have that are being produced by our academe. Naga is a center of education. We have Ateneo de Naga, we have the University of Santa Isabel, and we also have the University of Nueva Cáceres. And of course, the school that our family owned, the Naga College Foundation, changed quickly in terms of the use of technology. And we are happy that all of us are now supporting progress and projects and programs to accelerate innovation by the use of technology. Our theme is very appropriate for this year's Philippine Startup Week of 2022. Homegrown Heroes, Cultivating Future Tech Giants. We here in Naga and in Bicol in general is really hoping that we will be able to produce a local talent that would really be part of the overnight billionaires because of technology. So the businesses and the academe are collaborating very closely, including our local government unit, in motivating our local talents to be able to get into the groove of innovation and technology developments. Especially our association, the Metro Naga Chamber of Commerce, is in full support. When I assumed the presidency this year, we immediately made technology and innovation as part of our pillars of projects and success programs. So technology, tourism, academe, and small and medium businesses to be part of our progress towards improving the economic status of Naga and Bicol in general after the pandemic. So with that, rest assured that all of our startups are being motivated and are being recognized such that they'll be able to join this Philippine Startup Week and other activities like camps that we are holding all over Bicol. And of course, this coming December, our chamber and the local government unit of Naga, and definitely with our partnership with DOST, DTI, DICT, and Kubo, will be part of our digital congress this coming December. So I hope that the participants would also see us, what we have in Naga and in Bicol, where we will showcase what we have in terms of our digital innovation progress in Bicol. So thank you so much, and I do hope that we keep on going with our innovation and our technology, and one day indeed we would realize that Philippines would be part of the technology development of the world for the betterment of our communities and our people in general. Maraming salamat po at magandang hapon.
Thanks, Press Mario. We're excited to see more Naga City startups join and collaborate with the Metro Naga Chamber of Commerce and Industry and its members. Did you know that local startup ecosystem here in Naga City has been developing and formalizing the Naga City startup community? When the community decided to formalize its group, they chose a leader with a track record of excellence at its helm. Our next speaker is a successful startup founder in his own right. He is the founder and CEO of Learner Corporation, an edtech and training company where every opportunity to learn is like a masterclass. He is currently driving the Gibo Consumers Cooperative in the Bicol region. He built Bughaw Digital, an analytics-driven digital marketing company, BB Lee, an e-commerce platform, and BSS Core, a systems integration company which is co-owned by the Tokyo-listed NEC Networks and Systems Integration Corporation, or NESIC. Prior to managing his own startups, he was a country manager for commercial and public sector business for HP Philippines and senior manager for business development at Oracle Philippines Corporation. He also served as president of Amihan Global Strategies and COO of Akalef PTE Ltd in Singapore. He was also the associate director at the Asian Institute of Management Policy Center. In the government service, he handled various roles at the Department of Foreign Affairs and the presidential management staff of the Office of the President of the Philippines. He holds a Master's of Science degree in State, Society, and Development as a Chevening Scholar at the University of London's School of Oriental and African Studies. He was also a Monbushu Scholar at the University of Tsukuba, formerly Tokyo University of Education, and Ibaraki University. Someone we can all look up to as a pioneering Nagueño startup founder, I'm pleased to introduce you to Sir Ronald Bong Rodriguez, the current president of the Naga City startup community.
Hi, I'm Ronald Bong Rodriguez, and I'm currently the president of the Naga City startup community. I'm very happy because we already have this community which has blossomed out of the initiatives of our own members. It is very encouraging because as a dream, we would like to position Naga City as a viable hub for tech startups. And we're gaining ground not only because we're getting the strong support of the Naga City government, but also of other stakeholders such as the universities and colleges, among many other stakeholders. In my view, I think the major role of the startup community is to help them refocus on the issues that are affecting our local communities. If we are aware of what's happening on the ground, what are the gaps and what solutions are needed, then perhaps many of these startup communities could focus on these issues and they could resolve or help resolve some of them. And lastly, I guess the major role of the community is to create a voice for the needs of the startups. Increasingly, as we bond and work together, we realize that we're stronger if we actually work together as we position the Naga City as a new hub or potential hub for tech startups. And if you will ask us how we're helping the community at the moment, essentially we're focusing on capacity building, on creating a viable environment for shared services infrastructure, and of course, essentially for creating an atmosphere that would be conducive for more investments. In partnership with the Naga City government, I'm sure we can do this. Thank you.
Thanks, Sir Bong, for your continuous efforts to support and champion local Bicolano startups. Now that you've heard from speakers in the public, private, and startup sectors of Naga City, we'd like to showcase two startups from the Naga City startup community. Our first speaker is Sir Magno Konag. Magno leads Noika, one of the Bicol region's biggest and most persistent technology startups today. The team behind today's Noika have their roots from a failed Apple iPad point-of-sale startup. It was founded in 2011 at the Naga City Creative Media Center, a program of the local government of Naga for incubating local technology entrepreneurs and talents who wish to remain in the city. On February 2015, the startup was featured in Entrepreneurship magazine as an example of a homegrown business success, featuring Naga City as one of the boom towns, 3 surprising cities that are best for business in the Philippines. However, the startup ended in 2017. Persistent with the dream of building a local Silicon Valley, family and friends helped restart the livelihood of some 15 people in January 2018. Today, Noica has grown to over 96 Nagueño engineers, managers, designers, staff, and employees, working on e-commerce platforms, Hungerly, a local food delivery service, Community Mart, household, groceries, and shopping app, and Tindahang Tapat, a sari-sari store supply chain app. As of November 2022, Noica's e-commerce has achieved a gross market value of over 2 billion pesos. Noica was derived from the original Spanish name of Naga City, Ciudad de Nueva Cáceres, a testament to the founder's dream to create opportunities for our talents and make technology companies happen in the small but dynamic city far south of the capital, Manila. Noica is proudly made in Maukman lugar. Happy to introduce you to my friend, Magno Konag.
My name is Magno, founder and CEO of Nueca Tindahang Tapat. If you're a sari-sari store owner, replenishing goods and paninda can be challenging for you. To shop, you go to supermarkets, you line up for checkout, and then you rent a tricycle, a jeep, or a taxi to bring the goods to the store. If the weather is bad, say it's rainy, this becomes even more challenging. Not to mention if you have kids, this can be quite difficult to leave them at home. So, many of us would momentarily close our store when we go out shopping for paninda. Distributors are also a good source of paninda. However, their assortments are limited only to what their manufacturers carry, plus they can't visit the sari-sari stores every day. To solve these problems, we created Nueca Tindahang Tapat, the Philippines' one-stop sari-sari store marketplace for complete assortments of low-priced paninda delivered daily for free. If you're a sari-sari store owner, just download Tindahang Tapat on Google Play, sign up, and get verified. Once verified, you can now shop from over 2,400 assortments of low-priced paninda in the Tindahang Tapat app. Send your order before the cutoff, and you will receive your paninda same day or next day, delivered for free. Tindahang Tapat is now serving over 15,000 sari-sari stores across 7 provinces in South Luzon: Albay, Batangas, Cavite, Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, Quezon, and Sorsogon. And we're looking forward to start serving 3 more provinces in early 2023. In achieving these milestones, there are many people and partners and entities that help Nueca Tindahang Tapat. One of them is the city government of Naga through the Naga City Investment Board. They built a facility designed to become a co-working space for Nagueño startups, the Digital Innovation Hub. 2 years into the pandemic, Nueca grew to over 50 people. And when we shifted from work from home to work in office, we realized that our size could no longer fit in our current office. But thanks to the city government of Naga, they accommodated some 24 of our people at the Digital Innovation Hub, and free of rent. Internet access is fast, place is air-conditioned, comfortable, and just about the basic amenities are made available for use of our people, again, for free. Come New Year of 2023, Nueca's new and bigger headquarters will be ready. Until then, Nueca and our people will always be thankful to the city government of Naga for letting us turn the Digital Innovation Hub, our satellite office, for over 6 months now. One day, we look forward to being able to repay the kindness of our local government and Naga City, our maugmang lugar.
Now, we're happy to showcase introduce our next startup from the Naga City startup community, SukiPay. Across the Bicol region, SukiPay believes that Naga is the better city amongst others because of the talent sourced from the local universities and tech vocational schools. It's the only LGU that engages startups and shepherds them to be a rockstar global player someday. SukiPay employs 11 talented and motivated Nagueños and is still hiring more to address its growing platform. SukiPay is an all-in-one mobile loading and bills payment app catering to both B2B and B2C users. Its goal is to be the payment channel of choice by merchants and their customers.
Proving to be the backbone of the countryside industry is the micro, small, and medium enterprise. It serves as a leading partner in developing the national economy. The hassles of the absence of websites to transact payments, overlapping dashboards to check on individual confirmation of payments made, and the burden of fragmented payment process define the gray area. Then worry no more, because we hear you. SukiPay is the newest payment platform that goes with the level of multitasking in the business world by becoming a payment portal catered for merchants and its customers. With SukiPay, we provide a payment portal for customers to transact payments with a single dashboard for all payment transactions that connects via API to all front-end sales portals or POS for frictionless experience. Therefore, we got you covered. Meet our product. SukiPay promises to provide solutions and troubleshoots IT challenges such as scams, data analytics, high platform costs, absence of payment portals, and time consumptions. It is a mobile and web application that suits your payment needs. At SukiPay, we make possible IT solutions through cost-effective digital program, trusted and values-oriented personnel, and competent data analytics. We provide convenience, making viewing and printing easier and accessible anytime with a 99.99% uptime, and files can be exported to any document software. With its cost-saving features, a merchant can enjoy freebies such as low denominations, free access to payment portals, and game low denominations. As a business model, SukiPay has started its own path of relevance on payment solutions for its customers. In making our platform as a service, we charge 10 pesos per transaction for over-the-counter and bank transfers, an additional 0.25% for all credit cards and e-wallet payments when used as a payment processor, and we charge 1 peso per transaction for company-owned payment channels. With its transactions, payments processed since production is around 140 million, with 28,000 transactions per month, 2 B2B merchants onboarded, and monthly positive cash flow. SukiPay hits the market. Through SukiPay app and website, we can help MSME with our payment solutions. Travel agencies, educational institutions, and resort owners without online payment solutions will be served. Moreover, POS-enabled MSMEs such as hotels, restaurants, and gas stations will also be catered. All these are being based on our study findings that addressable market for MSME without payment solutions is around 10,000 enterprises, while addressable market for POS-enabled is 5,000 enterprises. And what makes SukiPay set a difference? Our e-wallets not just provide dashboards for merchants and needs to wait for SMS confirmation to be validated. Validation is done usually by cashier. SukiPay manpower is composed of the best IT professionals and specialists. Indeed, SukiPay will save your day.
I would like to invite everyone to come and visit our webpage, download our SukiPay app, explore our offerings, and avail of our brand promise. Diyos Mabalo.
SukiPay is available in the Google Play Store app and provides the lowest fees on the market for online payments. Thanks SukiPay for participating in today's event. Thank you, Naga City Startups. Now I'm sure you're probably wondering about BEECALL TBI. Who are we and what do we do? Again, I'm Jojo Gumino Okul, co-founder of Agrabah Ventures and the Director for Programs and Learning Development at BEECALL TBI. BEECALL TBI was founded by local startup founders for local startup founders. We understand the ups and downs that startups face, and we're here to support you and help you navigate. BEECALL is an acronym that means BEECALL Entrepreneurship and Empowerment Center for Accelerating Local Livelihoods. BEECALL TBI is a private technology business incubator that provides inclusive and long-term growth for Bicolano entrepreneurs and startups through technology, innovation, and proactive entrepreneurship. We offer regional incubation and acceleration programs for Bicolano startups. We also provide executive training in innovation and run startup boot camps for private organizations and schools. At BEECALL TBI, we set up entrepreneurs and startup founders for success by empowering and equipping them with the right foundational skills, knowledge, and information. We allow entrepreneurs and startup founders to expand their network and exposure through the various activities and programs that we offer to encourage them to meet potential partners and colleagues within the ecosystem and in various industries. Recently, last September, we launched our first Step Up BEECALL cohort program in conjunction with the DICT, the Philippine Department of Information and Communications Technology. The Step Up BEECALL program is a 6-month incubation program for BEECALL-based idea stage startups that provides training and structured mentorship. Through the Digital Startup Development and Acceleration Program, or DSDAP, the DICT has further committed to expand support and accomplish the role required of DICT in the Innovative Startup Act, together with the DOST and DTI. The Step Up BEECALL program is the pilot regional acceleration program of the DSDAP and the DICT ICT Industry Development Bureau. The first cohort of 7 startups are all focused on completing a successful proof of concept and minimum viable product, or MVP, by the end of the incubation period. Today, we've selected 3 startups from our cohort to showcase their traction so far since they've started with Step Up BEECALL and BEECALL TBI. Each of these startup teams have founders based in Naga City. Our first startup helps connect the products of local MSMEs to the right customers by boosting their online engagements and business traffic through live selling. And unlike existing platforms, Dibbit prioritizes the value of local businesses. Dibbit helps live sellers and shoppers achieve faster and easier transactions. Here's Gab presenting to you Dibbit.
Hi, I'm Gab from Dibbit. Dibbit is a live selling platform that connects MSMEs with customers that are not yet aware of what products local businesses have to offer. We're here to help businesses that have been hit by the pandemic get back on track and find their specific market. In Dibbit, we're trying every live selling approach to know what works and what doesn't, so you don't have to. Did you know that micro, small, and medium enterprises make up the majority of our local businesses? However, MSMEs took the biggest hit during the COVID-19 pandemic, and many continue to struggle. These struggles gave rise to new innovative digital business practices to meet the evolving market demands. The convenience of live selling and mobile payments while purchasing products online became an opportunity for many businesses to keep afloat despite the setbacks. At Dibbit, we're fully aware that live selling has the potential to be the catalyst for growth for MSMEs. Dibbit helps you expand your market reach and introduces you to people who genuinely need your product. We boost your online engagements and business traffic by fully utilizing the potential of live stream selling. We know the struggles of not reaching the people you want to reach with the current available platforms. because we've experienced it ourselves. We've been there, and what we want is to make it easier for you. Being a startup founder is challenging and a lot of work. To be honest, our team did not have any prior experience when it comes to starting a business. We only had an idea, but we didn't know what we could do with it. Joining BEECALL TBI, our local incubator, made all the difference. With their help, through the incubation program, we've learned how to work as a team. We started out with a huge, rather unrealistic approach, and now we have grown to being a more feasible startup that knows not only what to do next, but also why we do it and who we want to help. Do you have an idea that you want to develop? Step up and join your local startup community. Find local incubators or mentors that can help push you forward. Dibit provides innovative solutions to local businesses. Connect your products with the right people with Dibit.
Our next startup, Gina, helps local travelers and tourists achieve authentic local experiences by offering cultural activities by and with locals. Let's hear more from Gwen of Gina about the importance of connection.
Connections are the fundamental building blocks of life. I travel because regardless of our differences, our hearts recognize our shared experiences. Choosing connection through travel has broadened my perspective and allowed me to understand that there is beauty in the world's diversity. Choosing connection through travel has broadened my through the warm hospitality of locals. I connect with their stories, passions, hopes, and dreams. It inspires my soul and connects me to the land and to those who came before me. Hi, I am Gwen from Gina. The search for meaningful local experiences is only a click away. Gina connects you to a world of diverse opportunities hosted by locals. At Gina, we truly understand the importance of connections. Connections formed through travel create long-lasting memories and meaningful relationships. We created Gina to bring people closer together. Creating a supportive community through collaboration, Gina enables impact-driven initiatives that transform lives. By working closely with local communities, Gina has curated unique travel experiences that foster connection with local cultures, cuisine, and livelihoods. With Gina, you can experience working side by side with local flower farmers. Traveling to the sunflower farms of Bohol, you're able to plant new seeds, harvest flowers, and learn how to arrange your own bouquet to take home. More importantly, with Gina, farmer Jeneline and her community are empowered to take part in agritourism to boost and stabilize their income streams. Let Gina connect you with culture through food, with a culinary experience curated by a local chef who will take you on a food crawl to try Naga's signature dishes while learning about Bicolano cuisine. But maybe a food crawl isn't your style. How about taking a scenic stroll to admire the local architecture that stands the test of time? Gina can connect you with a local guide who can help you uncover the stories behind the designs. Much like travelers on a journey to enlightenment, our startup journey has been quite a transformative learning experience. At first, we didn't know where to start. The tourism industry was filled with an overwhelming amount of opportunities to work with interesting companies, groups, and individuals. However, we went back to Gina's core purpose, which is to connect people through travel. We have taken the journey down the road less traveled, where the weather changes from time to time, the sights are never the same, and the path is not always clear. But this has paved the road that has shaped us to a better and wiser team. We have learned to follow Gina's core purpose as our guiding compass when making decisions on where to go next. Connection has helped Gina reach this point because we were welcomed with a lot of support from our mentors, partners, and the local startup community. Now, more than ever, we are ready to bring the power of connection to your life. Kaya tara na, Gina!
Last but surely not the least, we'll be hearing from Joe of ServiceIt. ServiceIt helps households and local businesses achieve less worries by easily connecting them to reliable service providers for their homes and businesses.
Dakulang tabang and maugmaon, taugwa kaming kwartang pang-aral daw. Is Bicol for it's a big help, and we are happy to have money for our daily lives. These simple phrases of feedback from our service providers are the motivation for ServiceIt to persevere in our mission to provide more local opportunities for Bicolanos to sustain their livelihoods. Hi, I am Raymond from ServiceIt. We train, professionalize, and empower Bicolanos to sustainably earn by connecting them to households and local businesses that are in need of their services. By nature, Bicolanos are oragans. Despite setbacks, typhoons, and pandemics, we find ways to overcome these challenges. I started ServiceIt to make a difference in the lives of the people in my community. During the pandemic, I observed the struggles of my fellow Bicolanos, but I wasn't sure how I could help until I was exposed to startups. By watching them on YouTube and connecting with my local startup community, I was encouraged to pursue my initial idea. For a Cause, a website that aggregates various nonprofit causes and donation drives, where people can donate to. I noticed that during typhoons, people mostly posted these drives on Twitter and Facebook. I thought I could improve on this by developing a one-stop shop destination where people can browse and donate conveniently. But I didn't have a sustainable business model to support its operations. It was more like a charity project. I soon realized that I needed to find a better product market fit. Throughout my startup journey, like many others, I made mistakes and was continuously learning from them, such as focusing on the technology rather than the problem at hand. I was able to find great team members that further developed ServiceIt into what it is today. Before, ServiceIt was a marketplace for skilled construction workers for your home improvement projects. We then made a pivot to be a home or office maintenance service platform where you can find local talent for your home and office needs. Today, our impact is felt on many levels and supports different job sectors within our local economy. Every day, ServiceIt helps empower locals, mostly in low-income areas, by letting them showcase their skills. We are currently helping landscape gardeners, computer technicians, and cleaners by broadening their market reach. In addition to their family and friends, they now have more opportunities to reach local businesses and corporate clients with the help of ServiceIt. I find fulfillment in knowing that the journey to find my place in my local community has created opportunities for so many hardworking Bicolanos. Through the ups and downs and pivots along the way, ServiceIt showcases the best of what Bicolanos can do if they invest their time and talents into developing their startup ideas, connecting their core purpose to empowerment and encouraging others to do their best, and focusing on finding solutions to the problems of our local communities. With the continued camaraderie of the local startup community and the support and guidance of good startup mentors, we can create a ripple effect of impact and economic growth that can be felt throughout the Bicolano countryside. We are Serviceit, where we let services visit you.
Each of today's showcase startups from both the Naga City startup community and the Step Up BEECALL program are taking part in the Philippine Startup Week immersion activity that's been funded by the Naga City LGU in conjunction with NEDA. Please make sure to say hi to them if you run into them at any of the local Philippine Startup Week face-to-face activities. We'd like to thank the participating local speakers and startups for the time they've shared for this event. Maraming salamat po. We hope that you enjoyed today's program and that it has inspired you to be more active in your local startup communities and hopefully has encouraged you to reach out to your local Chamber of Commerce and LGUs to see how you can also create a thriving local startup ecosystem like the one we've shared with you today from Naga City. It is our hope at BEECALL TBI to show that projects like Step Up BEECALL can be replicated nationwide throughout the countryside. BEECALL TBI's mission is to be a leader and role model for regional innovation ecosystems in the Philippines by 2030. That's why we're on a mission to accelerate the innovation-driven future of business. Thank you for spending time with our community. Until next time, this is Jojo Gumino Okol from BEECALL TBI signing off. Again, maraming salamat po and Diyos mabalos.